Hi guys, good morning. It's Monday. I don't know the date, May something. I watched Amy. I didn't watch the whole video. I saw what her challenges were for her hashtag 50 stack challenge 6 this morning. I looked to see it came up. I was still in bed. And I saw what the challenges were, and I don't have to be to work for about an hour. I can go to work whenever I want because I'm self-employed, but I thought I'll quick knock them out before I go to work. I might not upload them, but I'm going to get them done. And she drew number 29 paper strips and number 30 map. And I instantly knew what I was going to do for them because I've done paper strip things before. So let's get to it. So I can go make some money. I'm going to do a really small version of what I did. I'll show you what I did. I have this art journal, Voices of the Heart. I bought it, I don't know, I think I bought it thrifting, but I've ordered another one since. But I just do art journaling in it. So anyway, I'm not going to go through all of them, but this is paper strips. It's a little wild, but I used book page, magazine page, mostly magazines, actually, some sheet music. And I have strips already, so that's how come I knew what to do. These are colored strips, and these are plain. And I think I'll do the plain. So I just grab some scraps. How is everybody? I got my waterline. No, why do I keep saying waterline? I got my electrical line buried. My kids showed up in force. One son had to work. He works every 4 weekends. Maintenance. He's a maintenance man, baby. And the other son runs his own, well, he works too, but he has his own, he has an eBay business. He has a store too, but he doesn't open it anymore because he's a busy boy. I think what I did, I don't remember. I think I just laid strips out. This is stupid. There we go. I haven't used this for a long time. I just found it yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about that yet. I think what I did was just laid strips. That's dumb. So anyway, we got the power line buried. The ground looks good. Of course, I've got some work ahead of me because now I've got to, it'll settle. And then I'm going to have to plant some grass, and then it's going to settle some more. It's going to be an all summer thing, I think. Probably next year it'll keep sinking, but I mean, it's only 2 feet, so I'm going to go buy some dirt. And let's see. Maybe I should have gone this way. I won't get too carried away because I do have to go to work. I do. All right, so there's that. And then we just weave. Over, under, over, under. Oops, I shouldn't have gone so far that way. Let's go this way. And that's all there is to it. It's really neat. I've done it with just nothing but coffee dyed paper. I'm sure you guys have done this. This is not a new brilliant brainstorm of a thing. Anyway, I have no idea what my electrician bill is going to be. I just got done collecting plumbing from the winter. It's always something, isn't it? The joys of owning a home. Is it a joy? Let's see, that's over, so this is under, so this is over. Nope, we're going the wrong way. Kiddos, crazy kids. That's over, so this is under. Over, under, over. I need a child to do this for me. Under, and over. I'm not going to do a whole bunch. This would make a cute page, though. So then we're gonna go over if we have glue that works. So one of my friends asked me if I would paint her. She's gonna power wash her concrete steps in the front and back of her house. Entry. 3 years ago I painted it all. And she has steps that go up from both sides to her door. There's a platform. And it's concrete and it lasts a couple years. I think I've done the front twice. So in about 4 years I've done it twice. So that's coming up. She was supposed to power wash this weekend and I was going to paint today, but it didn't happen for her. She got busy and that's understandable. Let's choose a piece of book page. This one's going to start under. So I got that on the burner sometime this week. Under, over, under, over the rainbow. You knew that was coming. Oh, what am I going to do today? Well, I've got the challenge knocked out. Kind of. I'm getting there. How's that? So another thing that I did was at some point I quit. Let's do one more. I quit weaving sections and narrowed it off. In other words, this is over and this is under. And then I just let this one end. Under. And I just let it end. I'm going to order one of those things that keeps your glue like this. And then this can go like this. This can go short. Like so. And then I wrote on them. I don't know if you saw that. I cut stuff out of magazines like words. You know, like an inspiration board or like, not inspiration, what do you call it? Affirmation. You could do it like an affirmation board. And then I'm going to cut it. Cut it. This is a little more fiddle-farting than I normally do. Let's see if I can cut this. A little short thing. My French friend that isn't French gave me this cute little thing. She's here, by the way. She called me last night. She's up at the lake. She lives about an hour away. I've never been to the town she lives in, but she's a lake friend. But I don't go to her house, and she comes to mine when she's at the lake because I live here permanently. But they're farmers, so I'd see her when she comes here. And then we go thrifting or antiquing, stuff like that. So there is that. So then you take words. Whoops, that's not it. Where's the words? Did I throw those away? I had words here. I had words. All right, we'll just write them. We'll write them with a nice pen. I wonder where they went. Did I throw those in the trash? I threw them out with the bath water. There we go. All right, there's one. The other one was a thin strip, and I'm not going to find it. Daggone it. Daggone it, Ma. Share a smile. But, you know, you could have... that's a good idea for my granddaughters, actually. Just sit and do with them. They could do an affirmation board like, you know, I'm strong. I'm beautiful. I'm worthy. I'm whatever. I've never had to do one of those. So, but that's a big thing, you know. I don't know. Maybe it's more of a social media thing to stand and do those to get people to see. Now this isn't coffee dyed, so it looks kind of. And I just licked my finger. Yes, I did, because this isn't going to anybody's house or anybody's journal. It's just a find. Share a smile. All right, we could write. What could we write? Be brave. I'll just write the word bold. Be bold. I'm bold. Let's do, what did I put? Let me look at mine, because I'm blank this morning. It is only 6:10 in the morning. Renewal. That's too long. Dreams. How about just dream? Live your best life. Living my best life. Let's go this way. Live your best, fit please, life. Let's do should we do like, how about little things? Little things that you do. Let's see, let's do a grateful for today. Grateful, aren't we? Let's do it in caps. I just spelled it wrong. Ah! I'll just do great things, because I hate it when people spell great with an EA. Great things. That doesn't make sense, but we don't care. Did I do dreams? I did dream. Let's do just happiness. Okay, you get the idea. And then what could it be? It could be something. I don't know what it could be. It could be a... Where's my coffee dyed paper? It could be a... Oh, you know what it could be? It could be a pocket. A pocket. Let's see. How about it could be a... It could be a... All right. I know you're sitting there going... Mitzi's going, it could be a pocket. It could be a side tuck. It could be a... Yeah. What could it be? It could be a... We could go around a corner. How about we make it be a... I'm stuck. Can you believe it? When did I ever get stuck? Let's have it be this. What am I doing? Have you guessed? Yeah, I'll go this way. Little things that you do. I'm in love with you. I think that's a song. We're going to have it be this. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know what we're calling it. But we're going to ink it. For sure. Because we like our ink. So I'm on my way this morning to clean a school teacher's house. I clean her every Monday. Every Monday. And it's more of a maintenance thing because it's just her and her husband. But look at it this way. She never has to do her floors. I mean, it's clean. Let me tell you what, it's a clean house. And it's, most of what I do is less than a brand new. It is brand new, less than a year old. It's a new addition, and the old dining room and living room. And a small half bath, old. But the rest is all new. Okay, so here's the journal page. Let's pretend we're in a journal. Oh, what's this page? Oh, it's on there. Oh, it's a side tuck. So we're going to put a little side tuck thing. Here we go. There's our paper strips. Map. I'm not spending a lot of time on this one. I'm just happy to participate. I'm going to make a bag. My grandsons had their confirmation just not very long ago, this spring. I'm going to leave the top wonky. And they've traveled a lot with their dad and mom. They go on vacations. And they've been to Wyoming. The last 2 trips have been Wyoming up through into Montana, Colorado. They take different routes. And I bought them necklaces. They're Catholic, but I didn't get rosaries because they each have several. I bought them, oh, you know what else I did? I backed it with paper bag. So we're going to do that. Let's see. Maybe we are and maybe we aren't. Where's my paper bags? Here they are. And that's because the stuff is so old. So old. I lined them with paper bags, but I made bags, and what I did was I found 2 in this, I don't know, this is like a 1930 World Atlas Gazetteer. I did a Wyoming one and I did a Montana one. No, I did an Oklahoma one because they've been to Tulsa with their dad. They went, the one that's 16, just he went to Tulsa with his dad to the world's largest gun show. Maybe they both went. They've been there twice. It's the largest gun show in the world. People come from Russia and everywhere. Fly in. I think it's, I'm going to say it lasts a week, but I know that it's told my son it takes you a week to get through it. And they just go for a weekend because they've been twice. And my son's has his federal firearms license. That's his after work job, after he gets done with his real job, which he would argue that the other one's real. But he sells parts and stuff, ships parts, and he does some gun shows, but he's mostly parts, and he's mostly vintage. He's very big into the relics, World War I, World War II weapons, things like that. They're collectors. That's what they are. And he just knows all about that war stuff. He knows about the boundaries of the countries, what they used to be, where the border used to be with Czechoslovakia, and da 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 da. You can't argue with him either. He's one of those people you can't argue and you can't win. And he and I can butt heads all the time. I'll start talking about something, and he'll go, "You know why that is?" And I'll go, "Yeah, I listen to the news." No, Czechoslovakia, blah, 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 and Germany and Austria used to this and that. And I'm like, ay, I'm sorry I opened my mouth. You know, he loves history, which is so cool. So cool. Anyway, come on. So all I'm doing is just going to put a little border glue on this. But anyway, I made their bags out of Tulsa and Wyoming. They love Wyoming, Mitzi. They absolutely love Wyoming. And Mitzi at 307 Junk Journals lives in Wyoming. And man, they take a lot of pictures up there. They went to some different museums. I think that's where they went to a wax museum. Well, I know it is. There's a bunch of cars. Maybe that was in Branson. That might have been Branson. I did Branson a year ago, too. When I was growing up, we didn't go on any trips. We went on one trip that I can recall in my whole life with my parents. We went to Dalton, Georgia, to the carpet mills because my parents owned a carpet and drapery business. And they bought their carpet by the semi-load, by the rolls. Like, we're talking, they got 40 rolls coming in. That's the kind of carpet store they had. And we went down there and they did a tour, and they probably were wined and dined. I don't know. But we went to old Atlanta, underground Atlanta. And we ate in a spaghetti place. I remember that. Now I've been told by somebody, anybody from Georgia has been there, that underground Atlanta has been overtaken by, it's no good anymore. It's not a thing. I don't know if that's true. Okay, so what I did was, I hope I got the glue to the edge. But it was neat. It was so neat. You go through these double doors. In my memory, that's how it was. And you go down, you're just walking, and the next thing you know, you're in underground Atlanta. You wouldn't even know it. And I remember there were old street lights. Now, maybe they were new old street lights. But this would have been in the 1970s. I was in high school. Probably 72. All right. So we're going to make a map. We're going to make a map bag. So I'm going to give it a gusset. This is all by guess, by the way. By guess and by gole. I'm just doing this and this and this. We're going to probably end up with a tall, skinny bag, but we can trim it short. See, it's cracking, but it's cracking fine because, so that'll be the side. And we're going to have a side over here. We'll call it a short wine bottle bag. All we have to do is reach here. So we're going to go like this, and like this. Okay, that's going to work. It's barely reaching, but barely is better than not at all. How's that? Doesn't need to be this tall either. Anyway, one grandson didn't want to keep the bag. The other one kept it. He thought it was cool. So maybe when I die, he'll go, I remember when Grandma made this bag. Or then the other one will go, yeah, she was too tight to drive to the dollar store to buy one for $3. It really wasn't too tight. I was too lazy. Like, I'm just going to make one. I'll just make a personalized. So there's the bag. Oh, it says Germany and Hungary. That's so cool. Where's the top? This is the top, though, so we're going to have to lose it. Dang it. I'm going to fold it up. There's probably better ways to do this. This is just my way. I cut at an angle and get rid of this. So basically, I'm getting rid of the top. I'm going to cut at an angle in. This bulk is going away. That's not going to matter because it's not going to show. We're going to get rid of all this. All this top bag. This is just going to go in, but I'm going to angle it. Be careful with it because it is old, and you know what old paper does. Now let's just give it a little bit of cuteness. There's my map, Amy Lou. You cannot screw these up, guys. It's just very simple. Excuse me for that. I have a cup of coffee sitting here and it's going, hello, remember me? I don't need coffee to function. I just love the taste of it, and I love it. It's warm. I have to ask my one client. Actually, it's the one I'm going to paint her steps. Every time I clean, she's got coffee in her coffee pot from the morning. And I know she thinks that, you know, like she said in the past, coffee's ready if you want some. And I always dump it and clean her pot. And I always think, I wonder if she wishes I would not do that because maybe she likes iced coffee. And, you know, sometimes I'll make a pot of coffee and then I have a container, I put it in the fridge and I'll drink it, you know, during the day. Maybe she likes her to do that. I have another friend that does that. All right, I'm going to trim the top. Gosh, I wish that wasn't, maybe I don't need to trim it. I'll just glue it. There's my bag. There's my map. So we're going to glue this. And we could decorate it. We could put holes in it with string. I'm going to get rid of this little thing. There we go. Turn it over and put some pressure on it. There we go, guys. There's our bag. And we could do all kinds of things like lace it. You know, not this one. This isn't conducive to lace. We could punch a hole. I don't know where my crocodile is. And hang a tag. Why don't we do that? Let me see if I can find my big, yeah, what color do we have? I need to order these. I wish I knew where you gals got your big, massive amounts of these. Because mine only come from, what's her name? Oh, you know. And they're, they don't come very many and they're expensive. I wish I could get big piles of them. I suppose they get them from some China thing. Okay, we got to reset this. A2, and this is really hard. This is what I hate about this. This is what I hate. D, B, C, B, A, 2. You can order new of these. I cannot see it. I think that's 1, 2. There we go. Got to smash it. Smashing pumpkins. Okay. That's what happens when you have to go back and forth between the two sizes. There's our that. There's our that. How's that? Is that a proper English? Okay. What are we going to hang it with? I don't have any string right here. Where's my string? Hold on. I got to get the drawer. Woo-woo. Finding. I have a really cute, hello from across the room. I have a really cute little, this is the drawer, little cabinet my son's friend got me. Thrifting. I don't know if it was new or old. But let's use brown. He got it for me for my coffee bar, and I'll have to take a picture. I've redone my. What are we gonna hang for a tag? How about brown paper? Now I could have made a piece of a map with this. That would have been cute. I didn't think ahead. I just saw Amy's thing come up. I jumped out of bed. I made a coffee. I walked out here. My desk was clean. I did a bunch of stuff out here last night, so my desk was cleaned off the other day, and I haven't been out here to dirty it. I'm going to give us some tabs. Little things that you do. Oh, you know what I need? I need a hole in this, too. It's a big tag. Should we put something on it? You know what we should do to this? Oh, this is dumb. This is really dumb. Have I got time for this? Not really. Oh, Linda. Linda, Linda, Linda. I'm going to go in and out. We're just going to do a little bit. Okay, let's do some of this. There, I'm going to end it. Go under. I'm going to go all the way down with this one. Let's do one more. Let's do a book page. There, I'm doing more paper strips. Look at me, Mitzi, I'm overachieving. Not really. Okay, so that's over. We're done. Quitting. Turn that one short. Turn this over. It's going to be in the 80s all week. I'm so excited to go outside and do some stuff. My neighbor Lisa's going to be here tomorrow, the one I thrift with, my bestie. And we'll be setting up her hot tub. It's not filled. We'll be filling it. She will. I'm not. Just stand there and talk. Imagine that. And this is the ugliest tag I've ever seen in my life. But we don't care. We're just going to go with it. I'll stand and talk. She can fill her hot tub. We'll work around the yard. Do some stuff. She'll be ready to go to the freaking, there's a, what do you call it, right up the road about 2 miles, a nursery. It's in the country. I'm in the country, basically, at the far end of the lake. So, I told her I wasn't buying all these flowers this year. Yes, you will. And I said, no, I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not watering stuff. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm sick of petunias looking stupid halfway through the summer. Because they do. You know, about August, your petunias look terrible. Last year, they had hanging baskets on sale. And she went and she found out. And she came home and she had like 6 of them in her back of her truck. And I'm like, oh my God. I think she had them, you know, they're normally like $18, $20, $25. They were all for $5 a piece. I'm going to put a little glue under this. $5 a piece. So I went up and bought 5 of them, 6 of them. I think I bought one for my daughter-in-law. She loves flowers. And gosh, it was fun. And they looked beautiful for a while. The ones that did good were the ones that she put in the ground. Petunias in the ground. I've never in my life done that. Now listen, I'm excited. I have places I need them. My backyard is I have a big flower bed in the backyard all the way across the back, and I need about 6 bags of mulch. You know how you have to replace that stuff every daggone year. Black mulch. That's what I use. Okay, map, braid, not braid, was it? Paper strips and map. That's it. That's as fancy as we're getting, girls. And then this could be my greeting card challenge for Mitzi. There you go, Mitz. No, not really. All right, guys. I'm not going to put a handle on it. I'm just going to do this. That is it. I don't even know where my book page is. There's my paper strips. Guess I'm going to have to make a journal. This is ugly. I need a tag. You know what I made last night? I'll put one of those in. Where'd it go? I made some, oh my gosh, I've lost them already. People who need people. Let's put a lot this in there and these people. There. There, pocket. A pocket. Oops. That's upside down. Upside down, you're turning me. There we go. Paper strips. Map. Bye, guys. I'm off to work.